Hey, Anne.
Hey,
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. No makeup, but I'm good.
Yeah, me neither.
That's okay. Let's see here. Did you get that email?
I did. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the incentives are like a little finicky, but it definitely works. It's just when you get your receipt, for some reason from Plexus, it doesn't show it, but it is on your credit card.
Okay.
So it is something that I don't think will be an issue with our new back office. But hey, Deb. But we'll go from there and kind of see. But I know that I've given people incentives before, and they use them, and they're like, it didn't come off, but it actually does when you look at your credit card
All
statement.
right. Cool. Thank you.
Wait a couple more minutes. How are you all doing?
Good.
Good.
Had friends over for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. I see you have a pool too, right, Anne?
I do.
That's nice. That's nice. We got a lake over here, but sometimes pools are just so much easier. Someone's asking for the code for the meeting. Go back in here and look. Mm-hmm. 4, 6. All right, hopefully she can get on. Okay. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Meg. Hi, Meg.
Hi.
Okay, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Most of the things I'm going to talk about are some tips Amber, that I got from Logan when I talked to him this past week. And they're not necessarily just for the goal that I'm obviously going for, but they can help us all, and just some good things to think about. So I'm going to go through them, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the game plan for the rest of the month, and then answer any questions. So first, if you didn't see my video, I didn't post it in every team page, but we are doing really well as far as our points are concerned for the goal of Emerald. And I know a lot of you are trying to reach goals this month as well, which will only help our team goal to go Emerald. But we are in good shape. Right now, I'm Senior Ruby already, and I've never been Senior Ruby so early in the month as far as points are concerned. So that's incredible. But we're only halfway there. So we have half more to go, but we all know that at the end of the month, that's when a lot of our points go through. So I'm going to need your help, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, what I want to do is I want to talk about the acronym form that Logan brought up. So when we're talking to prospects, okay, people that we think might be interested in Plexus, when we are offering them to learn a little bit more and they're agreeing to do so, we can use this acronym to help engage them and to add value, which is always, always, always our primary focus, right? Is to add value, because that way we never feel like we're selling anything. It doesn't get awkward, and we're helping them because that's what we want to do. So the first letter is F, and that stands for family. So talk to them about their family. Get to know their family. Are there people in their family that struggle with any kind of issues, illnesses, autoimmune diseases, fatigue? What about their kids? Do they have kids that struggle with anything like ADHD or any spectrum disorders, eczema, things like that? Get to know their family, okay? What's important to their family? Are they concerned because they don't get to spend time with their family because they're at 60, 70-hour jobs a week? I mean, not just health things, but just get to know their family. What makes their family tick? What are some of the things that, we would be able to add to them as far as value from a product point of view, as well as from a business point of view or an opportunity point of view. And then, of course, just discuss with them who could benefit. One of the things that we're always trying to do is to help people get commission qualified their first month, right? By exploring family, it's really easy to help them get a customer, a new teammate, whatever that case may be, because we know that everybody could benefit from Plexus in some way, shape, or form, right? So explore that with them. Help them to explore it and help them to reach out to those people in a way where we're asking if they're open to learning more and adding value. The O stands for occupation. Talk to them about what they do for a living, okay? A lot of times, and I'm sure, most of you all would agree, we have just a plethora of different people on our team as far as their occupation or, what their day job is or former job. Lots of social workers, lots of teachers. We have realtors. We have... we have tons of different occupations, but it's important to get to know that, okay? Do they love their job? Okay. If they don't, obviously the opportunity might be something that could really, really help them to move away from that and embrace something like this. What if they love their job? Awesome. How can they integrate Plexus into their current occupation, right? To help other people. That's a huge network for them. Our work is always going to be a huge network and our occupation is going to be a huge network. But I do know a lot of people who don't like their job and they dread going to their job for so many hours a week. And that's where we can come in. So get to know their occupations and what they do. That's also going to kind of help you to figure out their color personality. I'm not going to talk about that. That's a totally different Zoom, and I've done one on it before. But if you haven't read the 4 Color Personalities of MLM, read it. It's a super, super quick read. It's by Al Schreider. The 4 Color Personalities of MLM. Love it. Because really, we need to be able to speak our prospects' language and our teammates' language, not just our prospects, but people that were already on our team. And I want you all to use this form for teammates too, okay? This is a way to engage your teammates too, especially the ones that are less engaged. The more that you know them and the better relationship that you have with them, the easier it's going to be to add value and the more likely they're going to engage because they feel like you care. And we've all heard the saying that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Very, very true. R is for recreation. So what do they, like to do for fun? Okay, what are some of their hobbies? What are their interests? Okay, this is going to help us in multiple different ways. One, maybe it's something like horse training, right? Or horse riding, or, we have lots of people that do that on our team. And guess what? It's an expensive hobby. Okay, so our opportunity can really, really help in supporting something like that. In addition, recreation, you can talk about how Plexus can help you optimize your performance in that, particular arena as well, whatever that may be, okay? Whatever kind of recreation, whether it's bodybuilding or running or, whatever, and how that can help. M stands for meals. So we all know that we can eat as clean and as healthy as we want, but unfortunately, our food sources alone cannot optimize our blood sugar and our gut health. It is part of the puzzle. And those of us who eat cleaner and watch what we eat have more success, and we definitely have more success quicker. So it's important. But talking to people about that, that's why people, even fit people, need our supplements, right? So talking to them about the fact that we're human, we're not able to get all our nutrients and things like that from our food alone, and why it's so important for us to be using supplementation and to help them educate themselves on it so that they know why. I think sometimes, especially wholesale ambassadors, the more that they know about it and what it's doing for the body, again, the more likely they're going to be engaged. I also encourage you all to invite your wholesale ambassadors to start sharing their testimony on our team page. Okay? I think it's really important for people to get involved. And I'm sure you guys do too, I love hearing people's testimonies and getting to know our team. Our team is, at least Pink Freedom is pushing 500. And so I don't know everybody like I used to, right? So it's great to see those stories. So encourage them. The other thing that I encourage you to do with Form is to ask this question, okay? If you're trying to get somebody to try the products, or if you're trying to get somebody to be a product tester or explore the opportunity if they're already a customer, please be using the if I would you. Okay, it's an Eric Worre technique. I'm sure some of you are familiar with it, but it really, really helps. If I give you a sample, will you take it and give me feedback tomorrow? Right? A lot of times what happens is we'll give somebody a sample, and I don't do samples very often, but we'll give it to them and they'll be like, hey, I haven't taken it yet. Like, no, like these are something that are of value, right? And we don't want to just hand them to anybody and not have them do anything in return. Or if I send you a short video on our opportunity, would you watch it and give me your honest feedback tomorrow? Or Wednesday, or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to say, but you have to set up a date. If I would you is an awesome thing. If I found a time next week where we could meet with coffee, would you be willing to hear a little bit more? Again, just using if I would you. 3-way calls you can use that for. If someone tells you, one of the biggest objections is cost, but also is network marketing, right? Because of the stigma. So if somebody says, oh, like I could never do network marketing, it's probably one of those pyramid schemey things or blah, blah, blah. Use this. Have you ever been negatively affected by a network marketing company? And see what they say. Because most of the time they're going to say no, right? Which gives you the opportunity to say, probably a lot of your beliefs are based on things that aren't, valid for Plexus. If they say yes, that's your opportunity to explore that, but also to show them why Plexus is different, because we know it is. Okay? So utilizing the form and those 2 questions can really, really help in your recruiting process, in your engaging of wholesale ambassadors, and just in general, even with your customers, right, guys? Because these things are really, really helpful pieces of information. Again, it's really important that we spend our time making sure that people know that we care about them. My follow-up is on point. It's something I've always been super diligent about, and I always get such good feedback on that. Because you didn't stop following up, or because you didn't stop checking in, or because you gave me all that information and walked me through the steps, and you know what I mean? They're grateful for that. And it's because I spend time doing that because I think it's important. I want them to be successful. And I know you all do too. Okay. Questions about form or other ideas or things that you thought of when we were talking about those 4 different things. Let me unmute people. Okay. Comments? Does everybody hate it, or does everybody like it?
Good.
Okay. So I think it's important for us to all be utilizing that when we're talking to people, then they're not going to feel like they're just a number, because they aren't. Okay, so let's talk the rest of the month. 12 Days of Christmas, Plexus Christmas starts tomorrow. Super excited about that. So every single day, those people that get commission qualified, they just screenshot their order or their PV amount if that's, that it happened today, that day. Okay, so they have to really probably do their order. And then they get entered to win whatever's up for grabs that day. If you're already commission qualified, a lot of you are, it's okay. You still have an opportunity to participate, and this is how it'll go. If you get 2 of your inactive ambassadors to get commission qualified that day, you just have them screenshot those, send them over to you, and then you can be entered to do that. And make sure that they get entered to win too, right? Because they qualified. But then you are, as their sponsor, entered as well. And it doesn't even have to be white lines. It can be anybody. So, trying to make that happen is important. Also, if you already are commission qualified, but you don't have a team yet, you can still participate by going 100 PV over where you already are that day. Again, all I need is a screenshot of an order that went through your account that day, whether it's yours or a customer's, and you're part of that contest for the day. Does that make sense? Okay. So encourage your people, especially wholesale ambassadors, to play, and encourage them to go to our team page and be looking at that. That's truly who the contest is for, right? It's to engage the people that are less engaged. And so I'm hoping that this is a good way to do that, and to kind of get them more active on our page. So reach out to all the people that aren't commission qualified yet on your team, in your downline, especially your level ones, as well as people that don't have their COs on, and help them to participate in the 12 days of Christmas. And then the other thing is, once we get closer to the 26th and the 28th, when a lot of people's backup orders or convenience orders, actually, now that's the correct term, go through, we need to be paying close attention to our back office. If their order was set to go on and go through on any given day up until then, but they're showing no PV or points, make sure that you follow up with them, because if you go ahead and go into their, if you click on their name in your back office under your detailed genealogy, and you click on their order, it'll usually just say this order hasn't been paid. It's usually a credit card issue. Okay, maybe fraud was flagged or some kind of issue. They can simply go into their account, go to order and package tracking, click on that order, and pay the order. There's no reason to call customer service. You can help them do that. If there's any issue, let me know. I'm happy to help. But it's important that they go in and pay that order versus placing a new one. They can also delete that order. They have that option too, and place a new one, whatever's easiest for them. Okay. What else? Oh, the silver thing this month that's going on. Those of you who are new and you go silver this month, you get a double bonus. That's huge. So you want to be working closely with your sponsors on that to go silver. And sponsors that are already silver, you want to be working closely with your people to help them go silver, because you get a $50 bonus too if they go silver. Okay. That is huge. You could help a couple people and get $100. I mean, it's as simple as that. Or you could get $200 if you go silver for the first time. Not too shabby. And I think, that being said, how that's going to help us with points is this, and I just want everybody to be aware of this. In order to go silver, you have to have 3 active commission qualified ambassadors. Okay. So let's say that this was my second month as an ambassador, and the first 2 ambassadors I signed up were from the first month, but I signed up another ambassador this month. I would not go silver or get my bonus until those 2 from the previous month got 100 PV. Because until they do, they're considered inactive. Okay, so they have to meet that 100 PV requirement. The new person from this month just has to have that, welcome pack and just get on. You know what I mean? Just sign up. So it's really important to know that. And the reason why it's going to help is because if somebody wants to go silver and they have a couple ambassadors from previous months that need to get commission qualified, they're going to help them get commission qualified. Does that make sense? Okay. What else? Anything else going on? Struggles you're having? Oh, I wanted to talk about the product tester idea. I think it's genius. And this is only going to be valid for those of us who have a downline, especially downlines that are inactive. So Amber, Deb, and your downline's newer, it probably won't apply to you. But those of us who have white lines, people that are inactive, this has been working really, really, really well. So what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to them and saying, hey, I'm looking for some product testers. I would love for you to try the 3 new products, okay? Slim, X Factor Plus, Vital Biome. And share your testimony on our team page after 2 weeks and then after a month. If you do that, I will give you a $20 credit towards your order in August or the next month, whatever, the 100 PV or more. Make sure you specify that, right? You're not just going to give them $20 to spend on a $20 item. They need to spend that 100 PV the following month that they order. But, telling them that, they're being a product tester does a lot of things. 1, it engages them, it holds them accountable. 2, it helps us because we get to hear firsthand testimonies from people, right? And they also might fall in love with the products and get healthy. So we're helping them at the same time. Win, 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 win. If they don't like the products for whatever reason, they get their money back, even if they're an old ambassador, because those are new products to them. Our company rocks like that, okay? So there's no risk with that. There's only good things that could happen. And worst case scenario, they get their money back, right? So I encourage you, those of you who have a significant amount of white lines, to really be working with those people and doing that and suggesting that. It's working. So far, I've been able to get 14 white lines from my level 1s back active this month, utilizing that as well as just the new products in general. What are thoughts on trying this on potential customers as well? Absolutely, Monica. You can definitely do that. They can't share their testimonies on our team page because they're not on our team, but they could, share their testimony with you. Unfortunately, they can't post it on like your wall or things like that unless it's compliant. So you would have to kind of edit that first or make sure. But I think the whole point of it is more for team building and maximizing points for white lines. So Monica, if you want to go through your downline report and look at anybody who's not over 100 PV and offer that to them, I think it would be beneficial for you to move you closer to gold. As far as customers, people do that all the time. They'll say, I'm looking for 2 product testers, to try the Slim or to try the whatever, and to give me, your honest feedback. Absolutely, you can do that. I don't know how well it works. I haven't specifically done it, but definitely a possibility. Any other questions? Is everybody having a good month? Is everybody feeling confident? I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm trying to relax. I had a conversation with Beth today. Those of you who don't know Beth is our diamond upline. She just got off a boat, but she called me and she's like, you guys are doing everything you can do. Your team is amazing. I know that you guys are going to achieve this goal. You guys have set yourself up for success. We had such a huge June. And all we have to do is really maximize that. We just have to make sure that all of our newbies from June are ordering this month. And it's in the bag. It really is. That's really what it's going to come down to, is newbies from June ordering, and then all of us, collectively trying to get 3 to 5 white lines back. That's it, right? So if we work together as a team, it's really, really going to happen. Those of you who are local, I am having a party at my in-laws' house on the 30th. If you to work, if we're not an Emerald team yet, if we are, we're just going to party. If we aren't, we're going to work, but we're also going to party. So if you want an invitation, please just message me and I'll get you onto that group page if you're local. If you're not local, we'd love to Zoom you in and you can hang with us for a little bit whenever you want. So I'm looking forward to it. I just actually got the box of Hawaiian lace from Amazon today and my coconut candle. Okay, guys. If there's no other questions, I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I appreciate you hopping on. Bye, guys.